volleyball action at live na live nga naman tayo dito ngayon kung saan rin naman nag-champion ang ating inaugural season champions na Bacoor City Strikers. Ngayon nga ay nagbabalik rin naman tayo sa Bacoor City. But that being said, my name is Sabrina San Diego at ako ang makakasama ninyo na courtside reporter dito nga lang yan sa the 2024 Mahalagang Pilipinas Volleyball Association na makakasama rin naman natin once again si Daphne and Jong. But before anything else, ano ba yung mga dapat aabangan ng ating mga kaliga ng mga matches for today? So first up, we have Biñan versus San Juan City at 4 p.m. Ang ating match number 2 is we also have ang ating Aksyon at Malasakit Caloocan Air Force versus Rizal Gerard Charity Foundation Inc. And match 3 naman is we have the Marikina Lady Shoe Masters versus ang ating Bacoor City Strikers. Yan ang ating mga matches for today. Pero syempre, babalikan muna natin ang ating mga first place na mga nangyari noong last week. So let's all watch this.
You have to get more good block touches. But going with a sharp hit.
We have a wedgie. Yan, yung spike ni Maika. Umangat. Ayun! Na-shoot! Na-shoot sa bleachers. Go of speed. Oh, the look away!
Great hit going for the opposite side of where she was facing.
Kanya, yung kanyang 19-point performance last game. Minor
Whoa!
with authority!
Coach Sandy clapping his hands because if I were Coach Sandy Daphne, I'll be lacking out of good words to describe that attack.
Coming from Quezon as another rally is ongoing.
Oh
And
my
Singh.
goodness! Ayadin Singh has been spectacular!
Serving 21. Lozano with a perfect first one.
Oh!
Enrico.
And I think part of the play, Daphne apologizing right away.
And that is it for our first place of the week. Kita-kita naman natin kung sino ba ang mga girls na mga nag-stand out. Kagaya nating girls from Quezon. We also had girls from Negros. San pa ba? Meron din naman of course from Bacoor City Strikers. Pero where pa natin mapapanood ang ating mga live na games for today? Of course, we are still live sa Signal Channel 98. And of course, we're also live rin naman sa Facebook at sa YouTube channel ng Mahalagang Pilipinas Volleyball Association. So again, game number 1 is happening in just a bit, so we will be back for more.
It's the 23-year-old middle blocker para sa Biñan na magmaman at the net, and also from San Juan Lady Knights naman, Yana Ong, the 21-year-old. So pwede itong maging battle of the middle blockers para sa Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels kontra San Juan Lady Knights. Go for gold! Magandang hapon sa lahat ng ating mga manonood. Muli, nagbabalik tayo sa Mahalagang Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Daphne Cristobal, kasama po natin ngayon Jong Panerio, and welcome back Sabrina San Diego on the sidelines. Jong, for this game, itong Biñan, they would want to maintain that spot nila as they enter syempre itong next round natin next week.
Exactly, Daphne. But yes, it is a triple header Tuesday afternoon here in the marching band capital ng Pilipinas, Daphne, Bacoor. And for sure, tama ka dyan. Biñan and San Juan must have been really preparing, but only one will have a pivotal point, Daphne, as we try to enter the second round of this competition.
Pero ngayon, Jong, ang pag-usapan muna natin, ito naging previous performance ng Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels kontra Marikina.
Well, as you can see, Daphne, dito, tinalo ng Biñan ng Marikina in 3 passionate sets, 25-14, 25-10, 25-11, really showing dominance and mastery dito sa Lady Shoe Masters.
You know, right after falling short doon sa defending champions, doon sa Bacoor, naging maganda yung bawi nila kontra sa Marikina.
And it shows Daphne on their statistics. Kita mo naman for their attacking, blocking, even on their services, lumamang dito ang Biñan. Despite giving Marikina 22 big free points, Biñan capitalized on the errors but still showing us why they are actually on the top of our standings.
Pero kung itong Biñan, lagi silang nagfo-focus, no, or lagi silang nakarely dito kay Kapitana Erica Deloria, may nakatulong itong si Captain Erica on that game. And I'm talking about itong si Jen Villegas.
And what's good about Jen Villegas, she is a middle blocker but she continue to deliver points. Napakataas ang porsyento. And sabi ko nga, once you control the middle, Daphne, you control the game. At yun nga, yung ginagawa dito ni Villegas as part of the middle blocker lineup dito for Biñan.
So that Villegas and Perolino tandem at the net, it's so deadly on the side of Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels. So her previous performance kontra Marikina, scoring 11 points in that game.
Exactly, really a big number for a 3-set victory alongside Daphne with a duo of course, of other great players like Mary and Nike. This will be a tough game and this will be a tall order naman for San Juan if they want to continue, if they want to get another win here in this competition.
Mayang Nike scored 10 points on that game coming from 8 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace. At kung babalikan natin yung naging previous performance nitong si Mayang Nike, she was only limited by 2 points since she felt under the weather. Pero dyan, kahit medyo masama yung pakiramdam niya, at least slowly bumabalik siya sa kanyang, you know, the usual output.
And that is something that we can look forward for Mary Ann Nike. You know, she's still the team's second leading scorer, always finishing on double-digit performance. But yun nga, she felt like under the weather during the last game. But for sure, Mayang Nike must have been really preparing and they want to end their last game here in this competition, here in the first round with a high note.
Meanwhile, itong San Juan Lady Knights Go for Gold was able to rob a set kontra dito sa ating Team Quezon na wala pang bayad ng talo.
Well, nonetheless, for me, there's really a lot of takeaways. There's nothing to be ashamed of here for San Juan. And despite the loss nga to Quezon, there's still some positive for San Juan since 3 players, Daphne, almost scoring a double-digit performance. You have Nicole Ong Sandoval and Rica Blanca, who surely be the cornerstone dito sa puntusan na mangyayari sa San Juan.
Kita natin, ang dami din naging opponent errors dito para sa koponan ng San Juan Lady Knights. But still, great performance sa kanila para makuha ang third set. Pero you were talking about itong si Yana Ong at sabi nga natin formidable middle blocker to para sa koponan ng Go for Gold.
What I'm really excited to see here is the middle blockers of Biñan. You have Villegas and ito naman, Nicole Ong. For sure, they're going to control this game and control the face of this match. So pagandahan na ng execution, pagandahan ng coverage dito pag umatake na itong mga middle blockers natin.
And Jong, masasabi ko no, na itong si Yana Ong, isa siya sa mga naging rason kung bakit nila nakuha yung third set. She scored 15 points yesterday with 8 attacks, 3 blocks, and 4 aces.
Such a big number, really such a big number for a middle blocker. And for sure, Aliana Ong, they want to bring back yung victory dito sa San Juan and she'll gonna do her best just to get this victory for San Juan.
Bukod kay Yana Ong, siya, ito pa, isa nga si Carla Sandoval coming from the bench na nagbigay buhay para sa San Juan Lady Knights kung saan yung iba medyo nanghihina na or nababantayan na yung kanilang mga atake. Pero sa kanya, yung variety ng kanyang atake, yun talaga yung, kumbaga, naging katulong ng San Juan.
Tama ka dyan, Daphne. And the spark na binigay dito ni Carla Sandoval despite coming off from the bench. You know, for me, Daphne, with a 13-point performance yesterday, Carla Sandoval could actually just crack the starting lineup here for San Juan.
So the big question is on how Carla Sandoval will also, initiate maturity, leadership, and as well as that output performance for San Juan Lady Knights as the eye to get a victory this afternoon. But let's not keep you guys waiting because coming up next, ito na nga Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels kontra San Juan Lady Knights Go for Gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Pride Gymnasium for Manny Pacquiao's Mahalagang Pilipinas Volleyball Association. A liga sa lahat. For the first game, cheers! On Lady Knights versus Biñan Tatak Gel. Let us now meet the players for San Juan Lady Knights. Starting with their team captain, Teresa Manalo. First libero, Vanessa Basbas. Player number 1, Carlos Sandoval. At number 2, Raisa Rica Blanca. At number 4, Freyhan Garcia. Number 5, Marga de la Cruz. Number 7, Princess Barbiera. At number 9, Chamberlain Cuñada. Number 10, Princess Manarang. Number 11, Aliana Ong. At number 15, Gina Tanangan. Number 24, Florence May Madulid. Number 25, Mary Jane Ticar. Second libero, Mafi Sevilla. Let us now meet the players for Biñan Tatak Gel. Starting with their team captain, Erica Jean Deloria. First libero, Stephanie Barilla. Player number 2, Ray Ann Almendralejo. Number 3, Abby Eusebio. Number 4, Crizel Aguilar. Number 5, Shane Carmona. Number 7, Marilia Alberto. Number 8, Zenet Perolina. Player number 10, Aurea Claudette Alvaro. Number 11, Donna Del Rosario. Number 14, Jen Kailin Villegas. Number 19, Ashley Santos. Number 20, Mary Ann Nuque. Second libero, Laika Platino. And now let's meet our officials for match number 29. First, referee Dave Evangelista. Secretary Inaki Ramos. Starting with their team captain, middle blocker, Teresa Manalo. Open hitter, Carlos Sandoval. Opposite hitter, Raisa Rica Blanca. Open hitter, Chamberlain Cuñada. Middle blocker, Aliana Ong. Setter, Mary Jane Ticar. Their libero, Vanessa Basbas. Their coach, Clarence Esteban. And now let us meet the Biñan Tatak Gel. Starting with their team captain, Erica Jean Deloria, outside hitter. Player number 5, outside hitter, Shane Carmona. Setter, Marilia Alberto. Middle blocker, Zenet Perolino. Middle blocker, Jen Kailane Villegas. Open reader, Biñan Tatak, and their libero, Stephanie Barilla. Head coach, Ariel De La Cruz.
Checking the starters para dito sa Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels for Coach Dong. He would utilize itong kanyang setter na si Alberto, going for her instead of Almendralejo on this game. Meanwhile, para naman dito sa San Juan Lady Knights go for gold, we see Carla Sandoval as starter today and City Car ang kanyang magiging first playmaker. And it's Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels kontra dito sa San Juan Lady Knights go for gold. Etong Biñan nga on top 3 of our team standing so far. Carla Sandoval just did wonders para sa San Juan kahapon kontra Quezon para alam mo ma-boost up yung kanilang confidence right after that almost 3 weeks of no show dito sa MPVA. Mahaba-haba yung kanilang naging pahinga. Set number 1. You're bound for this. Unang pinuntahan agad itong si Sandoval. Overcooked by Deloria.
Well, this match, Daphne, is really very important for both teams since both teams is on a different end of the spectrum. Biñan on the upper half of our standing at ito nga San Juan on the lower half. And they want to get this momental, pivotal point for them as we are heading our second round.
Pero Jong, di ba ilang beses na tayo nakapag-cover ng Team Biñan? And I wanna highlight itong si Alberto for Biñan.
Exactly. And for Alberto, actually, I mean, she has this luxury of great attackers. And right now, all they need to do, they're actually in the bottom half of best in reception. Magandang reception lang. And I think Alberto can do the magic by going to her attackers.
Kaya nga, especially itong si Mayang Niki slowly recovering from after feeling under the weather in the past few games. At kahit na ganun, may iniinda, diba? Nakakapaglaro pa rin siya. And take note, itong si Mayang Niki will still play for the Lady Falcons. So, alam mo yun, ginajuggle niya rin talaga yung commitment niya here for Biñan, as well as her, of course, pagiging student-athlete niya sa Adamson. Meanwhile, that's Carla Sandoval of the San Juan Lady Knights. And from the right pin, Erica Deloria scoring another bucket here.
And Erica Deloria she really needs to play big time right now considering that Mayang Niki is still recovering from some injuries. So as a leader, she really needs to step up. Villegas and Perolino, very steady. But they need someone from the wing side to step up.
Pero to si Erica Deloria, you know, kasama niya itong si Ryan Almendralejo as well as Shane Carmona all the way from Bacolod Taytong High School. Kumbaga, meron, prior to pandemic, meron sanang UAAP school na magre-recruit sa tatlong to. But of course, there are some things na we have no control over. And with that, naudlot yung kanilang UAAP stint and they opted to choose itong Enderan colleges. Specifically, itong si Erica Deloria. Ito naman, meanwhile, Shane Carmona, umaambag na rin dito para sa pink shirts.
And it's a good sign, Daphne, that as early as now, your two main gunner, which is your outside hitters, already on board now here for Biñan.
Yun nga rin yung gusto kong i-emphasize, Jong, no? Kung may Erica Deloria ka in your rotation, as well as Carmona, and Ryan Almendralejo, who's not actually a starting setter right now, pero alam mo yun, magkakasama na kayo ng high school, entering college, magkakasama pa ulit kayo. So, diba, great advantage yun on their end. Meanwhile, taking advantage at the net defense, itong San Juan Lady Knights.
And that's really showed, Daphne, you know, earlier I've talked about the service reception dito ng Biñan. That is already second in a row. Because early part of this set, over reception, and San Juan took advantage of that poor reception galing sa Biñan.
Nike from the right pin, not gonna go. Sandoval will be setting it up. Alberto nandoon para sa first ball. At Carmona, lumilipad na dito early in the first set.
Well, that is a really good attack coming from Carmona for the past games. She is quite unsteady, but right now, stepping big time here for Biñan, Lady Gels.
Over receiving that one. Battle at the net. Regalo, taken advantage of Kapitana Manalo.
Well, right now, we're still in the first half of our first set, and Biñan really need to work out on the reception as well as on their coverage. That's already the third time dito pa lang before our first technical timeout.
But for all of our viewers, San Juan Lady Knights Go for Gold had also a game yesterday against Quezon. Meanwhile, itong Biñan, sila, kumbaga, nagkaroon sila ng chance to scout itong San Juan in their game yesterday. So sila, nakapagpahinga sila kahit papano. Pero ngayon, 3-point game here in the first set with Biñan trying to get close. With a strong start here for San Juan Lady Knights, but another point will be contributed for Shane Carmona.
And Shane Carmona already have 4 points dito. Well, Biñan, they need to give their 100%. This is their last game here in the first round. So let's see who will rise up here sa roster nila.
4 points for Shane Carmona on this game. So, grabe yung output niya agad dito sa ating unang set. Pero that will be a block point here for the pink shirts.
And welcome on board, Villegas started this first set with a block.
Even though itong San Juan, pretty tough start. Mahabol agad. Itong Biñan Tatak Gel, Volley Angels, and just like that, we are deadlocked at 7.
Just like that, well, I thought that will be a point there for Sandoval. A very good approach. Unfortunately, nagkulang nga sa clip when she tried to hit that ball.
Parang mirror on what happened yesterday. Ganito din, usually magandang umpisa ng San Juan. All of a sudden, nakakaagaw ng momentum ang kanilang kalaban. Opportunity for the Go for Gold. Try to swing. Itong si Sandoval. Alberto jump set. Chooses Deloria. But there will be a net touch on the side of San Juan. So Biñan Tatak Gel climbing their way on the top. Kaya sila ang magdadala sa atin sa ating unang technical timeout.
Daphne and Zong, kanina nga nakausap ko si Coach Dong de la Cruz of Biñan. He mentioned yung tinatawag natin na compact training. Dahil daw sila, bago nga daw silang makapasok dito sa MPVA, ay nagtitraining daw sila ng 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. only. Kahit na nakikita nga natin ang core team ng Enderan, ang some of them, pero syempre, meron din naman sila kanyang-kanyang commitment bago pa nga sila sumali dito. Kung titignan rin natin na aside from their injured player na si Juanillo, walang signs ni Butor, Cordero, and Ma because ngayon nga ay sila ay merong midterms exam today. One of their setters na si Kawale ay hindi rin natin nakikita dahil according kay Coach Dong de la Cruz, kung paano daw nila binavalue ang each game, dapat ganun din daw nila binavalue ang kanilang pacing and rest period. Yun lang muna, balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Sab. Pero gusto rin namin tanungin kung paano itong si Coach Dong na nag-plan out going up against San Juan. Kasi sabi mo nga, meron silang magandang compact training with 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning. Pero how did they plan ito kontra San Juan na makakalaban nila ngayon?
Actually, Daphne, for that, hindi rin naman talaga siya nagbigay sa akin ng mas, mas okay na gagawin nila for this this time around. Pero sabi naman niya sa akin, if we're gonna look back sa kanilang standings, on track naman daw sila kahit na meron daw silang win-lose dito nga sa round 1 ng MPVA. And when I mentioned about yung pacing, kasi sabi niya sa akin before daw, na-mention niya rin kanina na si Nike ay still recovering. So ayaw rin daw niyang mangyari rin yun sa kanyang mga players na habang sila nga daw ay naglalaro ngayon, ay meron din naman daw silang mga iniinda na injury or sakit man lang. Yun lang muna. Bike muna sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Sab, for that update. It's nice to hear na, alam mo, hindi binibigla ni Coach Dong ang kanyang mga players, knowing na syempre ang hirap din i-balance ang pagiging student-athlete. Right, Jong?
Exactly. Well, it's really a challenge, but I really admire these student athletes, for having this time management. They know their priorities, and let's just hope for the best for them.
Speaking of which, we are deadlock at 9 on this game. So both teams having a spectacular job in terms of their floor defense. As Alberto Deloria sinubukang lumipad pero naputo lamang ito, and that will be a block point courtesy of the tandem between Perolino and Alberto.
And right now, 2 block points dito for Biñan. And that's really something that San Juan really to be wary of, because Perolino and Villegas really a very good middle blocker. They timed the opponent's attack really well. So let's see if that will continue here for Biñan.
Magiging target na nila sa kanilang services itong si Sandoval para for sure mapagod dito. Tikar, shoot sets, chooses Sandoval. Nababantayan na siya dito. Kailangan magkaroon ng other options ni Tikar, but great read on that sequence as Rice just pushed the ball pero napalabas o napasobra na.
And right now, well, good intention. Sana there for Rica Blanca. Unfortunately, too much excited yata. Napasobra yung free ball dito na Rica Blanca.
So 2-point lead for the Volley Angels. 1-2 play. Ganun ang nagiging labanan ng ating mga playmakers on this game. That's Tikar and Alberto. Kunyara fails to chase that ball. And Erica Deloria just powering it through, giving a hard time for the defenders of the San Juan Lady Knights.
Ikaw gumagapang ka na rito. Di ba pwedeng puntahan mo muna tsaka ka dumipensa? Di ba? Re-receive yung bola, umo-over. Tayo nakapanood lang dito. Sinong kukuha niyan? Sinong gagalaw niyan? Kami dito sa labas? O kayo yung naglalaro doon sa loob? Wala eh, kanya-kanya yung ginagawa natin. Hindi tayo team doon sa loob ng court eh.
And there you go. Coach really wanted San Juan Lady Knights to work out their coverage, especially yung mga atake dito ng mga outside hitters natin from Biñan. Well, they actually on the right position. They just really need to move and to cover those hard attacks na binibigay dito ng Biñan.
3-point game. And that ball will sail out. Lucky break for Coach Aying's squad. Well, Jong, talking about the previous game, itong San Juan Lady Knights, which was just yesterday, kung ikaw si Coach Aying, paano mo, di ba? Paano mo kakalabanin yung Biñan na nakapagpahinga kahapon?
Well, the match yesterday of San Juan is actually really good, and they could actually draw a motivation and inspiration and a lot of takeaways here in this match. Well, for Biñan, yes, they rested really well for quite some time, but I must say that San Juan is actually on, yung adrenaline by yesterday, for sure nandito pa rin dala-dala nila as they face the number 3 team here, Biñan.
Pwede nila maging puhunan,
Oh,
no?
yeah.
Yung adrenaline na yun. Pero right after the 2-0 run by San Juan Lady Knights, Deloria, ang bilis sumagot dito.
And Daphne, you see the effort. They working really double dito yung mga outside hitters natin from Biñan, Carmona, and Deloria. Considering si Nikki nga, not 100% already.
And Lira unable to get that ball or to control that one. So point for the Lady Knights.
Well, Rica Blanca's contribution, surely you never really questioned that, Daphne. But I must say, Cunyada right now and other players should help Ong and Rica Blanca on scoring.
Pero ito si Rica Blanca yesterday, almost also a double-digit performance, scoring 9 points on that game. Pero access denied muna tayo dito. As we see, great setup dito, backset Alberto, pero ang ganda ng timing. Itong si Ong as well as Kunyada, kung saan dati magkalaban sila, isang Lady Knights. Itong si Cha, Yana, Lady Cardinals. Ngayon, nasa iisang koponan na lamang. Alberto to Deloria. Bantay sarado muli.
And after Ong, Kunyada, really timing yung atake doon ni Deloria. They know na puporsyento at puporsyento dito si Alberto kay Kunyada. And it is really obvious right now na they're trying to rest Mary and Nike from attacking.
Cha Kunyada also super reliable on the side of San Juan Lady Knights, part of the MVP and the NCAA sa beach volleyball. Also, syempre, siyang tumulong sa Lady Knights para maging Queen of Sands. Ngayon, yung ganda ng blocking scene, no?
Exactly.
Pero ngayon, dikitan lang. Itong ating unang set. You're tied at 14. Massive service. So the first ball was a hard one. The side of the Lady Knights. Alberto chooses Carmona.
How about that, Daphne? Both of our outside hitters from Biñan already have 4 attack points dito.
So now a substitution will be necessary for the Go for Gold Lady Knights. One of their matured players, more experience, Margo de la Cruz coming in. Papalitan niya muna itong isa sa mga veterano rin ng koponan nila, Carla Sandoval. Muli, struggle in the first ball.
And right now, Daphne, we will go into our second technical timeout.
Let's have a glimpse of the team status so far kung saan Quezon Province. Wala pa nga rin pong talo dito sa ating tournament. Bacoor in the second spot and itong Biñan at third and Rizal in the fourth spot with 4 wins and 1 loss. Meanwhile, itong San Juan, 2 wins and 4 defeats in the tournament. That will be a service ace delivered by Deloria.
And right now, Daphne, you see on the standings how crucial and important this match for each team. For Biñan, of course, you don't want to tie your standing with 4 wins and 4 losses. And for San Juan naman, imagine if you win this match and then your second match, you're going to tie with Biñan with 4 wins and 4 losses.
And Deloria picking up the mess made by Cha Kunyada. Chance here for the Lady Knights and Kunyada was blocked. Pero ang ganda ng coverage ni Cevalia. Alberto to Perolino. Ganda ng depensa ng dalawang koponan, but Carmona overcooking that hit.
And right now, 6 unforced errors dito ang naitala ng Biñan. Well, actually, both teams really have their own strength. Dito, coverage ng Biñan. At doon naman yung, coverage ng San Juan at yung blocking naman dito ng Biñan. Yung mga deflect on the attack na ginagawa dito ng Biñan, actually, it really have to slow down the ball.
So that point will be credited on the side of the Lady Knights.
Well, ito na nga, Perolino was actually called for an overreaching because I think the ball is already with San Juan side.
So just 1 point to tie things up here in the first set. That will be 2 wide on the side of Yanaong. Pero kung mabalikan natin kahapon, Yanaong ilang service aces din
Yes.
yung naging hatid niya.
And right now, yeah, we saw yun nga outside yung service dito ni Aliana. Oh, I think just trying to put in some muscle to her services. Medyo napasobra lang on that last play.
Kasi kilala nga siya dun sa mga loaded services, no? Meanwhile, Raisa Rica Blanca seems to be silent on this set with Biñan on top at 3. First ball naroon, Tikar setting it up, chooses Cunyada, targeting zone 1.
That is a good down-the-line attack dito from Cunyada. And you see, Daphne, our scores are really so tight. They're really so close. Imagine kung wala pa itong mga unforced errors ng bawat koponan. That is really, really a good fight here.
And this is a great comeback para dito kay Cha Cunyada, who, sort of struggled yesterday. Alberto, underhand set to Carmona. Margo, she was there, and Raisa Rica Blanca trying with an off-speed attack, but it went straight to the net.
And when everything seems really equal, Daphne, especially right now, I must say when it comes to attacking and blocking, medyo equal itong dalawang koponan. Yun nga, when everything seems equal, you know what would the difference talaga is which team yung makakapag-minimize ng errors nila dito. And both teams right now at 6 errors apiece.
Malaki-laki na ang errors ng dalawang koponan, pero double substitution para kay Coach Aying as madulid, as well as Manarang. And one to play over para dito kay Alberto. As you see there, taking advantage of that donut hole, timeout will be called.
Asan yung atensyon? Asan yung focus dun sa loob ng court? Bakit nawawala? Umu-offense yung kalaban natin. Tayo, nagkakagulo tayo dun sa loob ng court. Hindi talaga tayo makaka-depensa. I-recover nyo muna. Pag wala, pwesto lang muna. Tsaka nyo basahin kung ano ginagawa ng kalaban. Diba?
And Coach Esteban trying to emphasize nga yung beauty of knowing your position. At yung coverage earlier nawawala na. Well, San Juan really started this match with a good coverage. And that is what Coach Esteban trying to instill dito sa ating mga girls. Well, I know that for the past sequences, may errors dito ang San Juan. It's really hard to bounce back coming off an error, but they need to shake that off, especially that we are on the verge of ending this first set.
Kumbaga, they have to go back to square one if they want to catch up with the lead here made by Biñan. And Carmona, just unbothered and more pumped up right after that timeout called by the Lady Knights.
And right now, Carmona really playing spectacular.
This extreme spike of the set is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Ike failed to get that service across the net. Lucky break for the Lady Knights.
And you see Daphne, Nika, sobrang tahimik talaga when it's come to scoring.
Pero kung andyan naman yung tiwala sa'yo ng teammates mo and with Coach Dong, so another point will be credited here for Cha Cunyada right after that service ace. Si Coach Dong naman ang magpapatawag ng timeout.
Receive lang tayo. Si ano naman nandun sa harap. Okay, pag one mo lang, one. One, pero gitna receive. Medyo gitna receive, medyo dito. Ngayon, pag ano siya? Run, pwede run. Harap ka, pwede ka dito. Pero kung gaano habahan ko lang, kalabitin mo lang dyan sa gitna na yan. Okay? Laban. Isang maganda receive lang.
And Coach Dong, for me, strategically call for a timeout because ito na nga, nakakakuha na ng momentum itong Lady Knights. And right now, I must say the spark plug here for San Juan already here on the court. You have Margo, you have Madulid, and Cunyada.
Gandang bawi at sagot nitong si Shane Carmona.
Shane Carmona appears to be the superstar here for Biñan. Really doing her best here for their last match here in the first round.
There might be no Cordero on their side, but Shane Carmona spelling a lot of difference for her squad. Pero Margo de la Cruz making her presence felt for the Lady Knights.
And Margo de la Cruz, well, for me, that is one of the attacks of too much power dito coming from Margo de la Cruz, once our MVP, Queen of the Court, during their first win here in this tournament.
Alberto tries to connect here with Villegas, and I'd say that's sort of the missing piece for Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels, the activation of our middle blockers.
Exactly, and that will surely ruin the coverage dito ng San Juan.
And that extreme spike of the set was brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. The pink shirts already at set point. Almost miscommunication on their side, but that block won't go since diretso sa antena.
Exactly, and now our players fresh from the bench, Madulid and De La Cruz scoring here, making an instant impact here for the Lady Knights.
So that's the luxury of having a deep bench on the side of Coach Aing kasi kumbaga yung mga magic bunot, no? Pwede talagang magbigay kulay sa kapanan niya. But Alberto says she wants to end things early already and not allow San Juan to catch up with the lead that they have. And so with her help, 25-21 ang ating naging set number 1.
Mababawasan ang pagpapahalaga ng ating lungsod sa mga veteran. At ito'y extension po para sa kanilang mga anak, para sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay. Asahan po ninyo na hanggat ang sentro ng pamahalaan ay ang pagpapreserve ng mga pamana ng kanyang heritage, hindi pwedeng mawala ang pagpapahalaga sa mga veteran.
Asahan niyo po, gagawa po tayo at mas bibigyan po natin ng pagpapahalaga. Sabi nga, yung ating nakaraan ay dapat nating pangangalagaan, lalong-lalo po ngayon pagdating sa ating hinaharap.
To 21 ang ating naging set number 1 score, kung saan itong Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels taking the first prize. And taking a look at what happened during set number 1, it was a neck-to-neck first set, kung saan ito si Cha Cuñada elevating her output for San Juan. Meanwhile, Carmona's relentlessness paving the way para sa Biñan.
Well, during the first part of the first set, we see a poor reception dito nga for Biñan, which San Juan is took advantage. Errors piling up, but during the latter part of our first set, dito na nagkaroon ng magandang depensa at opensa ang Biñan with Cuñada and Deloria combination. Despite not having Nike's presence when it comes to offense, still they appear victorious here during the first set.
Taking a look at our set 1 numbers, lamang ng dalawa lamang sa atake itong Biñan.
We are identical when it comes to our errors, when it comes to our attacks. Not too much of a discrepancy, 14-12. Well, during the first set, Daphne, that could be anybody's game, but it is Biñan with minimizing their errors during the latter part of our first set, and yun nga yung opensa nangyari during the latter part, and they appear in getting this first set.
So the big challenge for Biñan Tatak Gel is on how that first set victory wouldn't go inside their heads. Kumbaga, it shouldn't, hinder them to be relaxed as we enter set number 2 with Perolino just trying to, enjoy the game, dance it out. Same faces we will be seeing here for the side of Biñan Tatak Gel, Coach Dong preferring to stay on his first sixers na core. Meanwhile, for Coach Aying squad naman, bago ang ating mga muka na makikita dito, Babs. We'll be seeing first time here in action. All smiles for Biñan Tatak Gel, syempre. Nasa kanilang unang set. Ito naman si Rica Blanca, limited to, medyo tahimik ang kanyang pinapakita. With Jen Perolino and Jen Villegas, kakailanganin pa ang kanilang presensya para sa Biñan. Set number 2, courtesy of Babs Babiera, Alberto jump set.
That is, I could actually describe that play really close to perfection, Daphne. Just enough height for Deloria to punch that ball really hard down the line.
Depende na lang din talaga sa anggulo ng ating first referee. First point para sa Lady Knights. That push will not go. Tikar underhand set. Chooses Cunyada with that swipe. Wala nang nakahabol doon.
Well, Cunyada actually really playing so well here for San Juan. The leading scorer here for San Juan. Well, let's see if with addition of Nicole Ong's performance, and let's see if that could actually break and get the second set for San Juan.
Pero Jong, itong si Garcia hindi usually ginagamit ni Coach Aying, no? Pero what's that strategy behind it kung bakit meron kang Garcia at pinasok mo bigla itong si Babiera?
Well, first of all, Babiera is really a good middle blocker. She could always join the starting six. For Garcia, well, she's really known to have a very good defense at the back row. And during the first set, Daphne, that has been what's lacking for San Juan. And I think with Garcia's insertion, they're hoping to aid that lacking, Daphne.
But that 3-0 run will come to an end right after that service error committed by Babs. And now, it's the creative playmaker naman for Biñan with that service. Lahat humahabol para sa coverage ng San Juan. That will be an error for Perolino.
Well, for Biñan, they always start every set, with errors piling up with them. But contrary naman dito sa San Juan, nakita natin during the first set, yung errors naman nagpa-pile up during the latter part.
Pero sabi natin, parang ganito yung nangyari ng first set, kung saan ang ganda, ang tibay ng umpisa dito ng San Juan Lady Knights. But all of a sudden, there's a quick shift kapag nakaagaw yung koponan nila ng momentum.
Exactly. And one secret that they actually use is that they need to sustain the energy, the momentum, and not let the opponent get that or spoil the momentum that you have.
Not the perfect first ball. That will be an error for Cunyada.
And that set is really too low for an outside hitter to hit. Well, considering na if you're an outside hitter, you're gonna take your approach pa. So kailangan pang taas-taasan yung set dito to Cunyada.
Erica Deloria with 7 points on this game. Tikar tries to activate Ong. And yes, the same story we are witnessing because now we are deadlocked at 4.
Nakita mo talaga, they really need to put some height dito sa set na binabato ng San Juan.
Deloria with that service, perfect first ball. Tikar shoots sets, chooses Rica Blanca. Access denied, pero Leno and Nike manning the net defense.
Very good timing, pero Lino, as you can see, pressing her hands forward to make sure hindi lulusot yung palo na yon ni Rica Blanca.
Pero ando naman yung players ng San Juan, hindi lang talaga sila nakaposisyon ng maayos to cover that one. Rica Blanca sinubukang pabawiin. But this time, that was too wide.
And with that, I think Rica Blanca will be substituted dito ni Madulid. Well, sometimes, being substituted, Daphne, you didn't take that on a negative way because sometimes your coach is just allowing you to see the game on a different perspective. Tignan natin later kung papabalikin ni Coach Dong dito si Rica Blanca.
Yung Coach Aying Jong for San Juan as Tikar goes to Madulid also overcooking that one. Pero pag mako-consider mo pa, itong si Madulid, syempre, galing ka sa sidelines, malamig dito sa Bacoor Strike Gymnasium. Kaya kinakapa niya pa rin yan. Pero just a snap, 3-point lead for Biñan. Erika De Loria kanina pa nakatambay dito sa service area. And that will finally stop the bleeding.
And that is a good call coming from Garcia. Well, good hit for Cuñada and Garcia for reading that ball will not go inside.
And that's Cuñada. Check to serve. Perfect first ball. They go to Nike. Ball is still in play. Madulid will not give an easy free ball. And Carmona flying it through.
And the 1-2 punch of Carmona and Deloria really effective here in the second set.
This Extreme Spike of the set is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. For our matches tomorrow, dito po ulit tayo sa Bacoor Strike Gymnasium kung saan ang Rizal kakalabanin ng Negros at 4 o'clock p.m. So late po tayo magsisimula bukas. For our final game naman, Valenzuela Classy will go up against Marikina Lady Shoe Masters. So 3-point lead for Biñan Tatak Gel. Madulid at paparamdam para sa Lady Knights.
It is not every day, it is not always Daphne that someone will get a very good first ball. So the wing spiker, the outside and the opposite really need to contribute and to have a very good conversion pag binibigyan sila dito ng bola ni Tikar.
Madulid is one of our homegrown players for San Juan. Carmona lumilipad na naman.
Well, Carmona really soaring and scoring dito for Biñan. It's really worth to show the replay here.
This Extreme Spike of the set is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. First ball by Cuñada. Astikar. Chooses Garcia.
Well, good eye coming from our first referee saying na yun nga, hindi na nakontrol dito ni Garcia yung momentum niya as he tried to hit that ball.
Uli, etong si Cuñada. Unbothered in doing that first ball. Ball is still in play right after all of those bodies scattered for San Juan. Tikar. Running attack from Maduli. The great reflexes for the Lady Knights as Garcia ginawa ng paraan. That one was just so close to the antenna.
Good swipe coming from Biñan, but that is a long rally, but really smart there. Coming from Carmona using the hands of Abiara to swipe that ball, and unfortunately it went outside.
Bodies all over the floor. And after that long rally, Babs trying to participate in the scoring department. Tikar chooses Madulid from the right pin. Coverage naroon. Second time around with that off speed. Not gonna go. Alberto to Villegas. Medyo nalunod na doon. Chance here to counter for Biñan and Carmona. This time that will seal out.
Well, let's admire the good coverage that both teams is showcasing right now.
It's a 4-point lead as Madulid tries to add up some glitters for San Juan. Alberto chooses Carmona once again.
Yes, Daphne. Carmona really doing all her might, giving so much muscle and flying so high here for Biñan.
So aakyat na po sa 5 puntos ang kaalamangan dito ng Volley Angels. Tikar, binigay naman kay Kunyada. That hit will go to the next street.
Well, right now, you know, one of the biggest differences kung bakit nga lamang itong Biñan to San Juan is that, imagine, Daphne, Biñan tried already minimize their errors contrary to what San Juan is doing right now. Already at 9, all in the second set.
And that will sort of stop the momentum here for Biñan as Garcia nailing it through. Five-point game dito sa ating second set. Unang set na secure nga ng Biñan. Tikar, Kukunyada with authority.
Well, the name of this game starts with the letter C, Carmona. And Kunyada really showing and doing all their best just to contribute a point dito nga sa kanilang mga koponan.
What a hit there coming from Cha Kunyada. Siya ang maingay. Natakar ngayon for San Juan. Pero Erica Deloria hindi nagpapatinag dito.
How about the performance, Daphne, of our outside hitters here for Biñan? The 1-2 punch of Deloria and Carmona is really a thorn here sa depensa ng San Juan.
Erica Deloria, dapat maglalaro for UAAP but right after that pandemic, naudlot. Pero nung nakita niyo yung enderan, alam mo yun, parang she felt so different na gusto ko dito mag-college.
But, well, Enderan is really very lucky to have this very talented outside hitter at not only very strong physically, Daphne, but the leadership ni Kapitana Deloria. It's really a big help here for Biñan.
Siyempre, ang mag-a-anchor pa sa'yo, Coach Dong.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? Great experience here in the volleyball industry as Kunyada medyo nang kigil in that last play.
And there you go. Double-digit na rin ang errors dito ng San Juan while Biñan minimize it to 4.
You know, talking to one of their assistant coaches for San Juan Lady Knights, Coach Lawrence Cruz, who we do know was also part of the UST volleyball team. They're just really working on their defense or yung kanilang first ball. Pero ngayon, let's head on to our second technical timeout. 6-point game here in the second set.
Daphne and Zong, well, kanina nga hindi ako nabigyan ng specific game plan sa side ng Biñan Tatak Gel. Pero kanina dinarest din ako ni Coach Ayi na for today daw wala daw silang baon. Dahil mas pinili na lang daw nilang magpahinga from yesterday's game. Pero nung nakausap ko rin ang kanilang mga players kagaya ni Ong at Rica Blanca, they had the same observation na ang ganda nga ng simula. Pero walang panapos. So after first technical timeout, doon pa nga lang sila nagsastruggle. So while they still figure things out, syempre, kagaya nga ng ating nagbabalik na si May Madulid dito nga sa MPVA. na sobrang happy daw niya na nagtiniwala pa rin daw sa kanya ang kanyang coach ngayon at ang team owner. At syempre, being the ate, nag-step up siya, lagi daw niyang pinapalalahanan ang kanyang mga teammates na play like it's relaxed. Yun lang muna, balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Sab. And yes, itong si Madulid, maganda ang kanyang comeback at ang kanyang tulong para sa San Juan Lady Knights. Pero time out muna, let's listen in.
Itong middle natin, hindi na binibigyan to eh. So talagang nakaganyan na dalawa tong block sa'yo. Ano gagawin mo na dyan? Upangan, iilihis mo ng konti, galaw mo yung bola mo. Pag maganda, mag-i-pass, sige, bigyan mo lang, i-activate mo ulit yung quicker natin. Oh, huwag ka lang pumalo ng diretso kasi nakadiretso lang din yung block. Kailangan paluin mo ng kaliwat kanan. Receive lang tayo ng maganda. Tapos pagka sanay na ando sa block, huwag mong iwan, Ong. Depensa tayo ng maayos dito. Hindi talaga abot eh.
And that is the exact words I really want to hear from Coach Clarence Daphne. Yun nga, hindi na na-activate at nabibigyan ng bola ng tikal itong si Nicole Ong. Reason for the middle blockers dito ng Biñan to just easily read perfectly yung mga opensa yun ang kagaling dito sa San Juan. Well, one of the reason nga kung bakit wala itong mga middle attacks, first of all, nagkukulang na tayo dito sa service reception. Just like that.
Kaya nagkakaroon din ng mas maraming opportunities itong Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels to score another point, this time courtesy of Mayang Nike.
And after 2 sets, Mayang Niki on board here now for scoring for Biñan. Let's see if that will continue and if the scoring here for Niki will pile up.
Look at that celebration by Mayang Nike. Kasi ganda ng setup, ang ganda rin ng kanyang naging swing. And that's Lila Alberto, who played for FU Diliman in her junior years. Also played for a while para sa UST Golden Tigresses. And great activation by Manarang Tuong.
Yun nga talagang hinihingi dito ni Coach Esteban. Mabigyan. Ito si Nicole Ong not only na para ma-confuse yung opensa at depensa dito ng Biñan. But you know what Nicole Ong could do? High percentage middle blocker. But right now, would you believe, 2 points pa lang yung naitatala dito ni Nicole Ong.
So siya din yung pwede maging missing link para sa side ng San Juan Lady Knights.
Oh. And that is, you know, one of the hardest errors talaga na pwedeng makommit ng isang team talaga, Daphne, is yung rotational fault. And yes, even our second referee, ito nga, sila pa nag-ayos ng right position for the San Juan Lady Knights.
As itong ating second referee, Nyaki Ramos, guiding itong San Juan Lady Knights. Mukhang nagkaroon sila ng konting confusion in terms of their position. Kaya costly one with Deloria serving again for Biñan. 9-point lead for the Volley Angels. Let's see if they can make it a double-digit lead. Garcia with that first ball, says to Cha. What a save there by Ong! Pero wala nang nakakuha ng second ball na yon.
Daphne right now, you know, Perolino, 4 points out of 4 blocks. And that's how tough the blocking of Perolino here in this match. Unbreakable great wall of Perolino.
Kung si Perolino nag-iinit sa larong ito, si Ong napatahimik ng Biñan. Speaking of which, Yana Ong making a noise for the Lady Knights.
You wanna activate Aliana Ong, then you really need to have a good service reception dito.
So now down to a 9-point deficit here in the second set as Biñan just taking control of this match. Lila back sets, chooses Mayang. Bantay sarado. Ong, high ball won't go. They go to Carmona. And Cunyada trying to save that one, but it went straight to the bench.
If Biñan has a 1-2 punch on the outside hitters, meron din tayong 1-2 punch for our middle blockers. Perolino on deck to serve, but you have Villegas is also very formidable middle blockers here for Biñan.
Sabi nga natin yung story ng Biñan Tatak Gel, Volley Angels, parang zigzag nun. Parang win, lose, Pero yung mga lose nila, coming from 5-setter matches. But this time, strong start for this squad. Kunyada with that superb defense at the back and slowly getting her groove back.
And that is not a quick set coming from Tikar to Ong, but you see the determination of Ong despite not having or getting the set that she likes, still making a way out of this very difficult setup and still score a point dito for San Juan.
Yana Ong, just 21 years old. Grabe, bata pa lang itong si Ong para sa kapanahan ng Lady Knights. As they try to set up Ike. Ong, doon kahit matangkad, may depensa. Lila chooses Shane with that off-speed. Great reflexes for Garcia. Chance here for the Volley Angels, but not gonna go. Manarang back sets. Chooses Magdulid. Lila, sinasabihan to take things slow for the Volley Angels. And Mayang taking advantage of that hit.
And the trust dito, of course, ni Alberto going back one more time dito for Mayang Nike.
Welcome back on track. Itong si Mayang Nike for Biñan. 10-point lead. Scramble D, Madulid taking advantage of that one as Villegas will be blocking that one out.
Well, right now, yes, Manarang really having a hard time to set up the ball sa kanyang mga attackers. But here comes Madulid as one of the experienced players dito for San Juan, really just making, using some craft doon para maitawid yung bola and scoring a point for San Juan.
Itong si Madulid naglalaro talaga. Playing for San Juan, just representing itong kanyang hometown. Sis. Chooses Garcia with that push. Seeing that donut hole.
Well, good anticipation. This is what I really like to see here for San Juan. Yes, they've been struggling with their coverage and with their service reception. But as an outside hitter, it is not every day. It is not always that you get a good set. You really need to adjust, and that's what we are seeing right now dito kay Madulid at Garcia.
Ganda ng pasok nila dito, no? Para sa kapanahan ng San Juan. Look at that down-the-line hit by Carmona.
And Carmona right now on Daphne. Already on double digits. Second set. 13 points here for Shane Carmona.
So now Biñan already at set point. Perfect first ball. Ses to Frey with an exclamation point.
An exclamation point, and you feel the emotion. Donnie Garcia right after she knew that she scored a point. And let's see on the replay.
From that swing of her hand. Alam mong mapapatay na talaga yung bola doon. 8-point game. No room for errors para sa Lady Knights. They go to Deloria. Bantay sarado. Great push by Villegas guarding the net. And not taking for granted her height and might. At ito muli, Biñan Tatak Gel, Volley Angels. Lamang ng 2 sets to none kontra San Juan. 25-16 ang ating naging set number 2 score. Just like the rest of the sets or their previous match yesterday, San Juan Lady Knights trying to dictate the first part of the second set. Pero iba na naman ang storya kapag nakakaagaw ng momentum ang kanilang kalaban.
Well, Daphne, no question. We cannot question. Both teams really have great attackers. Ang naging malaking difference lang dito is that the errors of Biñan was minimized to 4, I guess, based on my stats. But here comes San Juan with double-digit errors. Yes, they contributed on points. You have Garcia, but yung naging service reception dito ng San Juan, really a challenge. And Manarang failed to activate Nicole Ong because of that poor reception. But who can deny the great wall blocking of Perolino here really making a difference for Biñan?
Just a 1-point advantage in terms of attacks for Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels. Meanwhile, in terms of blocks, Jong,
Yeah, in terms of blocking, the 3 major blocks of Biñan, credit that all to Perolino. But as you can see, Daphne, major difference really suffered talaga dito yung San Juan with the 10 free points. Almost half of that point na isang set na bigay dito ng San Juan, helping Biñan to get the second set.
so that's really frustrating on the side of the Lady Knights with, after producing 10 errors on their side. Meanwhile, I guess Shane Carmona just slept on the right side of the bed because so far, she already scored a double-digit performance with 13 points, 12 attacks, and 1 ace.
Wow, Carmona, really not the tallest of an outside hitter, but you see the leaping ability of this girl. Really can soar high and really can give so much point dito sa Biñan.
For the Lady Knights, dapat maganda ang kanilang magiging response with how Shane Carmona is being activated here, courtesy, of course, by Alberto.
And Daphne, talking about the response dito ng San Juan, that will only be possible if maaayos dito ng San Juan yung kanilang service reception.
Jong, how are you expecting itong San Juan Lady Knights to activate itong si Ong na sabi nga natin medyo naging tahimik?
Well, one of, I think, the major differences na ginagawa na dito ni Coach Clarence is that Carla Sandoval is back. And Carla Sandoval, she has this prototype of a good outside hitter who can defend and who can do offense at the same time. Let's see if that will translate here in the third set.
Let's find out as we're heading on to set number 3. Buckle your seatbelts as Cunyada will be scoring that first point.
Well, Cunyada, you cannot question yung mga naging contribution niya during the first and second set. Again, just steady reception dito for San Juan just to challenge the formidable attacking dito ng Biñan.
So para kay Coach Aying, Garcia, Sandoval, at Cunyada ang kanyang aasahan na gumana sa kanyang koponan. Ses activates Yana, that would not go. Cunyada with that push, Alberto nabantayan. They go to Deloria.
Carmona will be side out here in this third set, I guess, but I think the torn here for San Juan is not over as Deloria, their captain, will surely take a lot of weight here for scoring.
Jong, how would you describe itong si Lila Alberto just orchestrating for Biñan?
Well, I must say that Alberto, she makes the life of her spiker really so easy because of that steady sets. And do not forget, of course, Daphne, yung ating libero dito for the ladies in pink, really doing a great job sa kanya mga passing.
Meanwhile, service ace ang hatid dito. Muntik na mag-back-to-back itong si Erica. Garcia, she was blocked. But, nandun ang coverage din for San Juan. Lila, back sets, tumayang. Carla, she was there. Known for her floor defense. Shane from the left pin. Sandoval, pumuputo sa likod. Alberto nakangitin getting that first ball. Chooses Carmona. Longest rally here early in the third set. And that off-speed by Garcia.
And right now, well, let's credit half of that point to Sandoval. There was a moment I'm really confused if Sandoval is playing a libero, and right now San Juan really plays as if there are 2 liberos dito on the inside the court. Good job there for Carlos Sandoval.
kumbaga isang set yung naging pahinga nitong si Carl
Oo.
Sandoval. Kaya ganadong-ganado ulit, tumipensa para sa koponan niya. And Mayang takes accountability after overcooking that hit. Chakunyara scoring almost a double-digit output with 9 points here on this match. First ball, not a problem for Biñan. And powering it through, Shane Carmona.
When Shane Carmona really doing great job on attack.
This extreme spike of the set is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Your deadlock at 3 here in the third set. Sabi natin, itong si Carla kahapon, she scored 13 points coming from 10 attacks, 2 blocks, and an ace. And now the missing link is being found for San Juan.
We need to see more attack for Nicole Ong, but you know, Nicole Ong's performance is being neutralized dito sa mga heavy services na binibigyan ng Biñan. Reason for San Juan to have a good first ball and to set up a play for Nicole.
Nalista sa behave kanina itong si Ong, pero mukhang malilista na siya sa noisy.
Oo.
And now, lamang lang dalawa dito ang San Juan.
At ito na nga ba, Daphne, sometimes, you know, if you're a team dominating the first and the second set, a tendency coming into the third set is the complacency. And let's see if that will continue here for Biñan, or if Biñan will be complacent in getting this third set.
Tama yung mga games natin dyan kahapon. Ganun yung
Exactly.
pangyayari. Bahagi mo sa mga kakanood lang sa atin kung ano nangyari ng first 2 games.
Well, the first 2 games, we've seen, you know, majority ng mga puntos natin really very dominant. And then, of course, a tendency magiging complacent coming into the third set.
Indeed, but great reflexes para dito sa side ng San Juan. Pero yung bola, may shoot na sa basketball ring.
And right now, Daphne, how about the power that Carmona have today?
She has been very unstoppable for Biñan. And Villegas guarding the net. Alberto, balik kay Carmona. Unstoppable indeed.
Woo! Well, right now, Shane Carmona, you left me with no words right now to describe how great player you are right now kontra San Juan.
I wonder kung anong naging almusal nitong si Shane Carmona kasi iba yung gana niya on this game.
Well, maybe Daphne, dahil nga last game na ito ng Biñan here in the first round, that's why maybe they're giving everything just to end the first round on a high note.
Great strategy then for Coach Dong to take things slow para sa squad niya. Although up and down ang kanilang journey here in the first round, still, you know, you would see that each game there's a lot of improvement on their side.
Exactly, and I think that should be normal. The improvement each and every game, the trajectory of improvement every game, that should be obvious. And right now, we're seeing that exactly on how Biñan is performing here on their last game contra San Juan.
16 points for Shane Carmona, led by their head coach, Dong de la Cruz. And she'll be getting that first ball. 1-2 play by Alberto. So meron kang attacker-setter that's gonna be, you know, sobrang headache talaga yan para sa side ng San Juan Lady Knights. Now, let's bound to our first technical timeout, 2-point lead. So here in the third set, lamang po ng dalawa ang Biñan kung saan sila din ang lamang ng dalawa in terms of their sets. So just a set to secure a victory. Massive service. First ball by Cunyada. Chansa para sa Biñan. And that will be block point courtesy of Kapitana Manalo.
Well, as a captain, I think I would really want to see Tere Manalo here contributing more than the points, Daphne. But you know, as a vocal leader inside San Juan, because being in their situation is not easy, and someone who could be you would bring out the torch, I think that would be a really great factor here for San Juan.
Pero ngayon, just 1 point and not anymore. As San Juan, right after that technical timeout, scoring 2 points.
And let's see, we're tied at 8. Let's see who will bring or light up the torch here for San Juan to snatch this sa Biñan.
Great read on that one as Carla will be ending things through right after the 2-0 run.
Sandoval really need to work extra hard. She played excellent on defense, but they need offense here. They need more conversion into the transition.
First ball nandoon. Ses, pinili itong si Cha. Napasobra dun sa palo na yon.
Cunyada really too wide on the down the line attack. Well, good intention since medyo malaking space dito sa zone 1. But yun nga, too much muscle on that down the line.
Ganda ng mix-up para dito sa San Juan. Pero ito si Villegas. 3 points. Sa larong ito, Ses. Binigay kay Tere.
And again, who can enter the Great Wall of Perolino here in Biñan?
Perfect timing. Perfect block para dito kay Zen Perolino, who's a Cebuana. Cunyada. Picked up by Villegas. Ganda ng depensa dito ng San Juan.
Oh.
Apparently, no, yung mga nagiging sakripisyo ni Sevilla in terms of the defense is not really paying off for her squad. So, just like that, 4-point lead for Biñan. Hinig muna tayo sa ating timeout.
Dapat na error, binibigay natin to sa ano sabi ko kanina. Ingatan mo yung bola, huwag muna tayo mag-error. Diba? Kasi nga lumalayo sila sa error natin. Yung 4 na yung nilamang nila, oh. Nag-all 8 na, kukuha tayo ng 10 puntos, errors doon sa service. Tapos sunod-sunod na. Iangat naman natin yung galawan natin. Yeah, go, 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 go.
And right now, this is now or never for San Juan. And yun nga, Daphne, and if there's one players, I think right now here for San Juan who doing great, yeah, it is their libero for doing such a good coverage. But again, San Juan, they need to convert. They really need to have a good conversion in transition.
And that 1-2 play will respond to Coach Aying's instructions to just be clever enough in their decision making in here. You know, going back to the timeout called by Coach Aying, we saw him. Nakaupo na lang siya eh. Not the usual Coach Aying na laging nakatayo, nagbibigay ng mga paalala.
Oh.
And that will be a service ace. Galing dito kay Kapitana. So 2 puntos ang bahagi dito ng Lady Knights matapos ang timeout na yon. Alberto. Binigay kay Deloria. 3-0 run para sa San Juan. And with that, Coach Dong will be challenged to call a timeout in here. Let's listen in.
Hindi pa sineset ang bola. Baba lang muna kayo dito. Baba. Nakababa kayo. Ha? Ngayon, tatayo lang kayo, atras lang kayo dyan pag binigyan na yung bola. Ngayon, kapag quick naman, pwedeng atras lang konti. Pag tres, atras. Okay, ngayon. Ilan spiker ba? 2? O, 1 ka lang. Si Erica dito, no? Erica? Oo. Gawa mo ng paraan dito, ha? Pag maganda, pwede mo dito. Bilisan mo lang. Okay? Sige. Pag maganda, receive lang. Ha? Pag maganda, receive.
Specific instruction, specific play. ito nga yung gusto ni coach na gawin ng Biñan. And I like the urgency dito ng coaching staff ng Biñan, calling for a timeout to stop the momentum dito ng San Juan. And they are doing timeout as if hindi sila lamang dito ng 2 sets. But let's see if they could translate those strategy na binigay sa kanila dito.
May chance pa sila na alagaan yung kaalamangan na meron sila, pero 1 point lamang para magtabla tayo dito at 12. Sandoval. Cuñada will be giving a gift in here. Alberto chooses Deloria.
Woo!
And that 3-0 run will come to an end courtesy of their captain, Erika.
And that's how you respond right after every timeout. You want to meet the expectation of your coach, and Deloria really responding quickly after that timeout.
Perfect timeout din talaga. Yung tinawag doon ni Coach Dong, indeed, just stopping the momentum of the Lady Knights. And right after that one, another point for Biñan.
And not only the rhythm and the defense pattern ng San Juan yung bumagal dito, but even on their percentage, on their attacks, medyo bumababa na rin yung level ng play ng San Juan.
Says Tuyana. Alberto, she was there. They go to Nike. Off the blockers.
And Nike, she may not be has the same power when we started MPVA, but every once in a while, every time yung sineset siya dito ni Alberto, really making sure to deliver and to chip in points here for Biñan.
And now Cuñada will rest for a while as Tanagan will be replacing her. Let's see how Tanagan would try to twist things up for the Lady Knights, as this is a 4-point advantage for Biñan. Says to Tanagan, immediate output for this gunner.
And right now, Daph, I feel as if that almost lahat ng players dito ng San Juan already played here for the ladies in red. And Coach Esteban, talagang nagbabalasa na kung sinong player talaga yung makakapagbigay ng spark plug dito for San Juan.
And nakita rin natin na hindi na binalik si Rica Blanca para sa side ng San Juan Lady Knights. But now, let's head on to our second technical timeout, 4-point game.
Daphne and Jong, alam nyo ba, nakausap ko rin naman on the side ng San Juan na si Aliana Ong. Nung time daw, naalala niya daw, nung mga first few games nila, ay napaiyak daw siya agad-agad. Sinabi niya sa akin, kasi daw may mga times na kahit na binibigay daw niya yung best niya, hindi daw kasi daw to nagsi-translate sa court. Pero dahil dyan, hindi rin naman daw talaga siya pinapabayaan ng kanyang mga ate. Dahil grateful siya dito, dahil dito natututunan daw niya each game ang do not dwell at syempre ang next game mentality. Yun lang muna, balikin muna sa inyo.
Thank you for that report, Sab. It only shows na itong si Ong, despite being the tallest in the team, speaking of,
Yes, just
scoring
right.
that block point, alam mo yun, sometimes kasi yung individual na talent natin, it wouldn't be highlighted without everyone's contribution.
Exactly. And right on cue, Nicole Ong, yes, she may not get the set that she wants because of the reception dito ng San Juan. But on the blocking department naman, doon tumutulong itong si Nicole.
Pero ngayon, puntos para sa Biñan.
And right now, San Juan really having a hard time talaga nabasahin itong opensa ng Biñan. Reason for that, Daphne, everyone can make a point. Everyone really, already made a point here. So nagkakaroon ng problema dito, itong net defense ng San Juan.
Sakit sa ulo.
Oo.
Itong si Nike, Carmona. Sabo mo pa si Deloria.
Yes. And your middle blockers as well. The great
Yeah.
wall of Villegas and Perolino.
Attacker setter pa tong si Alberto.
And again, Daphne, Carmona, still not yet done on the scoring department.
And it seems like that compact training for Biñan Tatak Gel is working out well for Coach Dong because their team is up ahead by 5. Sandoval. We go to Carmona, but playmaker of San Juan was there.
And right now, you see on the body language of these girls, errors piling up. And they're not talking anymore. So I mean, it's really hard. You know, volleyball is a mental game, but you really need to cope up with the situation.
But what can you say about Biñan's performance in here? On why they are on top? Sabi nga natin kahapon, yung dalawang games natin, no, nakakaagaw na isang set yung ibang koponan. But this time, ito parang medyo kampante on Biñan's side.
Well, I must say that Biñan is playing so loose right now. They are not tight. And yun nga, I think because it's if you're a team down by 3 losses already, you want to end this round on a high trajectory. And I think that is the assignment here for Biñan right now.
Sabi nga ni Coach Dong, no, he's just so delighted with Biñan. Na syempre, mas marami yung kanilang panalo kaysa dun sa tayo.
Exactly. And imagine if ever that Biñan win this match, they'll be tied at 4 wins and 4 losses. And there's no other way to end this round but with a win.
Yana Ong with 8 points on this game. At masasabi ko, nung second set, marami yung kanyang naging output doon. Back set. And Carmona just swiping the ball.
Carmona right now, let's talk about conversion of a power hit or even power tip. Carmona, not yet done here for Biñan.
And, you know, Shane Carmona studied in Bacolod Taytong in her high school years, but right now, she's doing wonders. Not just for Endran College, but for Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels. 5 puntos ang kalamangan ng kanyang koponan.
5 points to tie things up here to Biñan. And 5 points for Biñan to end this match, to end this first round rather, on a high note.
Another point in here for the pink shirts. As Coach Aying, napapa-stretching na lang habang nakapo dito. Kaya timeout ang kakailanganin.
Babalik na lang yung bola. Bakit? Natataranta ka, di ba? Nataranta ka doon sa ulo mo yung bola, binato mo na lang. Di ba? Hindi ka na nakakapag-isip sa ginagawa nyo. Di ba? Mind game na yung labanan eh. Mind game eh. Talo tayo sa mind game eh. Kung anong gagawin mo na doon sa last na bola eh. Huwag nyo lang itapon. Ha? Huwag nyo lang itapon. Yeah, go.
And Daphne, you know, courage is not something that you have already, but it is something that you get when you face a tough order. Like now for San Juan, mental fortitude, yan ang kinakailangan natin if you really want to coop up here and to tie things up for Biñan.
Sabi mo nga, Jong, itong Biñan, they're playing loose. Meanwhile, itong kay Coach Aying squad, sinasabihan niya nga na huwag mataranta. To just, you know, take things slow and try to catch up.
Definitely.
Pero mahihirapan yan yung nasa harap itong si Carmona.
And right now, well, I think for the past 20 points dito na ginawa ni Carmona, I've already mentioned all the good adjectives that I could describe this girl right now, and I'm lacking out of words to describe her on her game.
Mayang Nika naman. Also chipping in a point coming from the service area. And now, Biñan already at match point. Tikar, underhand set that was so close to the net. Sevilla. Running attack. That won't go as they choose Carmona. Ball is still played here. Kumakapit pa po ang San Juan. Alberto chooses Carmona. Just slamming the door. just like their pink shirts, it's a sweet victory for Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels as Alberto trusting it to Carmona to wrap things off early here for our first game. Triple header dito sa Bacoor City Strike Gymnasium. Muli, maganda na naman ang pinakita dito ng Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels with San Juan. Di sila nakakuha ng isang set kontra Biñan.
And of course, kudos of the preparation of Biñan here and for ending this first round on a high note. But for San Juan, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Para sa ating final scores, 25-21, 25-16, and 25-15. Sweet victory for Biñan.
mababawasan ang pagpapahalaga ng ating lungsod sa mga veteran. At ito'y extension po para sa kanilang mga anak, para sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay. Asahan po ninyo na hanggat ang sentro ng pamahalaan ay ang pagpapreserve ng mga pamana ng kanyang heritage, hindi pwedeng mawala ang pagpapahalaga sa mga veteran.
Asahan niyo po, gagawa po tayo at mas bibigyan po natin ng pagpapahalaga. Sabi nga, yung ating nakaraan ay dapat nating pangangalagaan, lalong-lalo po ngayon pagdating sa ating hinaharap.
(25-21, 25-16, and 25-15. Sweet victory para sa Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels and Sugar Rush in their veins. At para sa ating Queen of the Court, sino ba ang lumilipad kanina, Jong?
It is undeniable, of course, everyone would agree if we're going to choose Shane Carmona to be our Queen of the Court right now. She's on her MVP mode all throughout the game. Napakataas ng porsyento, tulad ng napakataas na talo niya to just help to help Biñan to get their fourth win here in this first round.
At kasama niya na nga ngayon ang ating courtside reporter, Sabrina San Diego.
Daphne and Jong, ito nga kasama natin ang Queen of the Court, none other than Shane Carmona. Congratulations. Ikaw nga ang isa sa ating mga go-to players, of course, from Biñan Tatak Gel. Pero kung babalikan natin ang game, marami sa inyo ngayon nagka-midterms, kaya hindi sila present. And at the same time, meron din kayong injured na player. So, paano to hindi naka-apekto sa performance nyo today?
Hindi naka-apekto, no? I think lang pa rin kami, like stay focused talaga inside the court, na siguro iniisip namin kahit kulang kami, kaya pa rin namin kasi syempre kung nandyan naman sila, nagko-contribute naman lahat eh. So ayun, hindi talaga siya naka-apekto kasi nakikinig lang kami na focus talaga inside the court pa rin.
Since we've mentioned na ikaw nga ang isa sa ating mga go-to players at kitang-kita naman natin kung paano ka ngang kanina, no? I would also like to ask, meron bang naging specific instruction sa'yo si Coach Dong knowing na this is also your last game dito sa first round?
I think yung palagi lang inuulit ni Coach Dong sa amin is tiyaga, tsaka sipag inside the court. Kasi kung wala kami noon, hindi naman namin ma-execute lahat yung mga tinuro niya sa training. Tsaka defense pattern, wag matakot, tsaka puso talaga.
So, since ikaw ang ating queen of the court, anyone that you would like to greet, pasalamatan, now is the time.
Marami-rami to. First of all, yung sa City of Biñan, Vice Mayor Jel Alonte, Juan Pacman Partylist, Porky's Litson, AAA Sportswear, Ivy's Laundry, Chocolate Republic, Sizzling and Steakhouse, and Ken Rogers Biñan, and also to my family sa Bago City, and sa Palawan ko na family, tsaka sa girlfriend ko. Ayan.
Nice. Anyway, congratulations to you and to the rest of the team. Now, back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Sab. And once again, congratulations, Shane Carmona, just initiating the scoring department for Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels, and still part of our top 4 itong Biñan. Sweet victory na naman para dito sa Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels. And taking a look at our set number 1, it was a neck-to-neck battle kung saan dikitan nga lang pangyayari doon.
Well, good adjustment dito for Biñan. They suffered from a poor reception during the early part of the first set that San Juan actually took advantage easily, errors piling up, but as you can see here, Alberto trying to orchestrate her playmaking and distributed the ball really well sa lahat ng mga attackers niya inside the court that really torn the defense dito ng San Juan, resulting for a very dominant win during the first set.
25-21 nga ang ating set 1 score, at pagdating sa ating ikalawang set, nakita din natin itong si Carmona. Grabe, nag-init talaga siya sa larong ito.
And as we can see, that the biggest difference dito happened during the second set is that Biñan able to minimize their errors only to 4, while San Juan, their errors keeps on piling up. That really suffered yung transition nila at yung poor conversion nangyari nga dito sa second set, not allowing Nicole Ong to score and to truly dominate yung gitna natin dito for San Juan.
25-16 ang ating naging set number 2 score, at pagdating natin dito sa set number 3, we were talking about how teams should not be complacent after being on top by 2 sets.
And I must say, the errors really of San Juan here really hurting their momentum, which for Biñan naman, they're taking advantage of that scramble defense dito ng San Juan. And let's credit, of course, the great wall, the great performance of our middle blockers, Perolino, and also you have Villegas, and of course, the Capitana, Deloria, really very vocal. Her presence really being felt there during the match.
Kaya 25-15 ang ating naging set number 3 score, straight set victory para sa Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels. It's not a daydream for them, but rather a nightmare for San Juan. In terms of attacks, kita natin, lamang dito ng 11 itong Biñan.
Well, Biñan winning over San Juan in all departments, but let's highlight here the errors na binigay dito ng San Juan. It is more than just a set, 27 free points given to Biñan, and I hope on their next game, San Juan was able to aid this one. They still have 1 game left to end or to wrap up our first round here in MPVA.
So itong San Juan Lady Knights, they would have to take 1 step at a time para mas maging malinis ang kanilang galawan dito. Ito na nga, Biñan rising to the top, already in the second spot with 5 wins with 3 losses. At ito nga, Bacoor with the 4th spot, pero sa ating matches tomorrow, Rizal will go up against Negros at 4 o'clock PM po yan. Sa ating second game naman, Valenzuela City will compete against Marikina Lady Shoe Masters, who are still vying to have that spot in the winning column. And sweet victory para sa Biñan Tatak Gel Volley Angels, pero meron pa po tayong second game for our Tuesday triple header. Coming up next, aksyon at malasakit Caloocan Air Force kontra Rizal St. Gerard Charity Foundation.